became a rocket pilot out of necessity in the case of the racing rockets. Rockets that men can fly like airplanes, manned rockets, the most advanced form of speed travel. Great honest companies spend millions of dollars developing them. Greedy, dishonest men try to steal the ideas.
Here's a lesson in how to design rocket planes without hiring engineers. That's the #1 model, the Spacemaster 17, built by the Teamwork Aircraft Company.
Our closest competitor.
Right. Their rocket, the S-17, has a top speed of Mach 17, a range of 30,000 miles.
Hey, except for the black stripe on the top of the fuselage, that one's exactly like the first one.
They are the same, except the second one was built by us, the Grasping Company.
Mr. Grasping, you mean our rocket is just as good as theirs?
Well, not exactly. It looks just as good, but it has a few bugs in it here and there.
Well, that's bad. It means they'll get all the orders.
Mean Eyes, you're a fool to think that I've given up. I admit that the spy I hired missed a few details of the ship. After all, stealing so many technical plans is tough.
Does that mean they have us licked, boss?
Will you quit talking like that? Of course we're not licked. I've got a diabolically clever plan. Look at the way their rocket, the S-17, performs. You know why we can't do that with ours?
Why, Mr. Grasping? Why?
Because we're missing two things. A staff of honest engineers and a terrific test pilot. There he is, Rocky Slipstream, the hottest test pilot in the business. He works for the Teamwork Company. Not only is he the only one who can fly one of these rockets, he knows the few little secrets we need. If they lost him...
Yeah, boss, yeah?
Nobody else would even try to fly that rocket.
I'd sure like to try to fly that rocket. Don't make me laugh, kid Swifty. I'll let you try cleaning the windshield, though. I know I can do it. Do what, clean my windshield? You certainly can't fly this rocket, fresh kid. Only Rocky Slipstream can fly that thing, and you know it.
You've got to give me a chance. He's so mean that one of these days I'll forget my manners and say something nasty.
Oh, come in. The ship does everything you ask her to. I watched you put her through her paces.
Couldn't have gone better, boss. There's just one little thing that's annoying me.
Annoying you? Well, whatever it is, Rocky, take care of it.
It's Kid Swifty. Whenever I'm not around, he's always fooling around with the rocket controls.
Boy, to think of being in space at the speed of Mach 17. I've been studying these controls ever since they built this ship. Let's see.
Hey, caught you, sneak.
You know I didn't damage it.
Just keep out of that ship, I'm warning you, or I guarantee you'll be sorry.
I didn't harm anything in there. You don't have to be so rough.
You're gonna tell me how rough I should be, huh? You need a lesson.
Okay, try it.
You bet I will. You'll learn manners. There.
Oh! You're nothing but a bully.
Stop it, kid. You mustn't upset Rocky. You'll cause an accident. Go on. Get out of here.
I was only trying to learn what...
I don't care what you were doing. You're wrong, and he's right. Now go away.
Okay, I'll go. But someday I'll be a better pilot than Rocky. You'll see.
That grasping outfit hasn't got a chance. We've got the best ship and the best pilot.
Seconds, and I'll have enough speed to overcome the pull of Earth's gravity. I'm on the very edge of outer space. Reading Mach 9.7. Reading Mach 9.8. Reading Mach 10. Holding at Mach 10 for entry into space. I'm in outer space. I've broken the gravity barrier. Boy! Hold everything. Terrific vibration. It's shaking.
Well, what's happening?
I must abandon ship. Mayday! Mayday! Here I go!
You're the head designer and engineer of the ship. Can you tell us what went wrong?
It might have been anything. The craft was perfect.
Perfect! It blew to pieces, Technic! A perfect disaster is what it was!
Well, it might not have exploded if someone had stayed at the controls.
Technic, you know you're to blame. And you're trying to say that I caused that explosion.
I didn't say it, but maybe you feel guilty.
Guilty, huh, you phony slide rule failure?
I say you abandoned that ship too soon.
So that's the way you feel. Then you can fly that ship yourself, Technic. I quit. Wait a minute. Please think it over. I've thought it over plenty, and there's nothing you can say that'll change my mind. I won't stay where I'm not trusted. We trust you, Rocky. Don't walk out. Rocky! I've got news, kid.
What news?
I'm through with the teamwork company. I just quit.
You can't quit now. The big race is next week. You should stay that long anyway.
They should have thought of that before they insulted me. I don't care who wins that race. I'm through, hear me?
That's a pretty dirty trick, Rocky. Who else could fly that ship?
Go in there and tell them that you'll take over as test pilot.
Maybe I'll do just that very thing, Rocky Slipstream.
You're funny, kid. You're too soft to fly. Forget it.
Are you all right?
With the trouble this company's in, and you ask me if I'm all right? I'm a sick man. One of our ships explodes, our test pilot quits, and I'm sick.
Sir, I know our ship. It wouldn't have exploded unless somebody planned it.
You mean the grasping company, don't you?
Well, that ship checked out perfectly. And they're the only ones who would do a thing like that.
That makes sense. I'll call the Metropolitan Crime Prevention Bureau. Chief Bumblethums, please.
At that very moment, I was on my way to Chief Bumblethum's office.
Hey, do you have to cause a hurricane whenever you show up?
When I heard about that rocket explosion, I thought you'd need help.
Well, you could look into it. The teamwork company seems to think that the grasping company sabotaged their ship.
I think I should be Tobor, the human detective, for this job.
Good idea, Mr. Tobor.
All right, Kid Swifty, you're getting your chance.
Gee, this new model is even easier to handle than the first one was, Mr. Bouncer.
Now, just don't get overconfident, young fellow. You haven't got much experience.
I know how to handle her, Mr. Bouncer. I'll do the job.
I'm putting my confidence in you, Kid Swifty. And just to be sure there's no sabotage, I've hired Mr. Tobor, the private detective, to help us.
Glad to join the team.
Nice to have you, sir.
I see this craft can do better than Mach 15. The G pressure must run pretty high. You must have a lot of stamina, young man.
I've been in training for it. You know, you sound like you know what you're talking about. I'm glad that you're on the job.
Time for your test flight. I'll be watching. Good luck. A fine boy. Just to make sure of his luck, I'll be ready to become 8th man.
I certainly hope that Tobor can stop the sabotage.
I'll say this, just having him around gives me confidence. How's the flight?
It's Whitney in Model 2. Flight going beautifully. Steady climb with acceleration now passing Mach 10. Approaching edge of outer space. Continuing climb.
The kid's doing fine. This is the critical point.
This is where number 1 blew up. Wish me luck. I'm going on.
Maybe he better not try it this time.
I kind of wish he had more experience as a pilot.
To control tower. This is it. About to break gravity. Mach 14 and accelerating.
Better get ready to land. You've done a good enough job.
Model 2 to control tower. It's okay, boss. Everything's fine up here. I'm going on into space. Stand by. We're breaking all records close to Mach 15. Controls all functioning perfectly. Congratulations to Technic.
I'm just not sure that ship can take much more.
I'm going to see how much more the ship can take. I'm feeding her more power. What a thrilling ride!
Come back, kid. I order you to cut power and land that ship.
I'm breaking gravity.
Bring that ship down. Do you hear me? That model isn't equipped for outer space. It can't take that altitude. He doesn't answer me at all.
He's in trouble.
Technic, I have the feeling it was sabotage again. The kid might be unconscious up there right now, heading into space. It's already free of Earth's gravity. That means it'll go into orbit and be pulled into the sun to be burned to a crisp. But we have no pilot for Model 3 to send after him. Hey, that's Model 3, but who's flying it?
Expecting some sort of trouble, I had Rocket Model 3 warmed up and ready. wasted no time getting into the air. Right to top speed. No human being could stand this acceleration. That's the only way to catch Kid Swifty. If I catch up with him, I'll have to jump over to his ship. There he is. And he is unconscious. Well, now to match speeds with his ship. I've got to work fast. The boy is in real trouble. Now then, speeds are equalized. Accelerate just enough to pull alongside. There we go. Now I've got to be carefully balanced on the jump so I won't throw him off course. Now.
Swifty, wake up! You hear me? Wake up! Hurry, boy! You have to take control.
Huh? What? Eighth man!
Now that you're wide awake, I think you can manage to bring the ship into a safe landing, Swifty.
Gee, I've heard about Eighth Man, of course. Now I've met him.
It was Eighth Man, all right. And I tell you, he got there in the nick of time.
Indeed. Well, I've heard of Eighth Man, but I always thought he was just a legend. Now I'm glad he's real. Anyway, Kid Swifty, you proved that you're a capable, courageous flyer. From now on, you're our chief test pilot.
Thanks, Mr. Bouncer, but I sure wish Eighth Man had stayed around so I could thank him, too.
This rocket looks great. I'd sure like to try flying it one of these days.
You?
During the days that followed, that young man impressed me with his progress as a pilot. And he also impressed Mean Eyes.
I noticed that boy's becoming a pretty good pilot.
Well, that may be. You can be sure he'll never be in a class with me, though. Hey, he's walking right over this way.
Rocky Slipstream. How are you?
Fine, kid, I'm doing real well.
Hey, that's a grasping company uniform. So that's it, huh?
So I work for the grasping company, so what?
That explains a lot of things around here, Mr. Slipstream. You got paid off.
They wanted the best pilot, kid. They sure didn't want you. You're just jealous, Sonny, because nobody will ever try to hire a dumb kid like you.
I think they were paying you while you were working with us, and that you know what caused that first accident, too.
You never learn. I walloped you once before, and I think you need another lesson in manners, kid.
Hold it.
Oh, another wise guy.
No, not a wise guy, just a private detective doing my job.
Oh, yeah? I don't like private detectives.
I can't reveal I'm Eighth Man.
You cowardly bully.
I'm okay, kid. Don't waste your strength. You'll need it for the big race.
Yeah, we'll settle this in the air, Kid Swifty.
Let's go, kid. I think he'll be sorry he hit me. I really do.
Oh, boy, is my hand sore. It feels as if I hit a chunk of solid steel.
That Kid Swifty has turned out to be too good a pilot.
And after that investment you made in Rocky Slipstream, the kid is liable to beat him in that big race.
Well, I want you to see to it that the kid doesn't show up for that race.
Easy, boss. He drives a sports car. Get it?
Mean Eyes, you just get it done.
Kid Swifty enjoyed taking a drive in his sports car each evening. I knew about it, of course. So when Mean Eyes planned his trap, he had calculated without knowing that I would be nearby, watching and ready.
I guess that settles Kid Swifty once and for all.
The great rocket race will begin shortly. The ships are lining up at the starting line.
Well, have you found Swifty yet?
No, sir.
Oh, no. Oh, where is he? He disappeared as if the ground swallowed him.
The private detective Tolbor is missing, too.
Tolbor and the kid. The two people I really need desert me when I really need them.
Hello there, having troubles?
Go away, Rocky.
Where's your little hero, fellas? He's scared maybe, so he just conveniently disappeared.
You're crazy, Rocky.
Crazy, am I? Well, where is your boy then, Mr. Bouncer?
You get away from me, you traitor!
Take it easy. Remember your blood pressure.
Tower to aircraft. Prepare for blastoff. Clear runways. 180 seconds and counting.
What are we going to do? Without a pilot, we're washed out.
Sir, over there.
Huh?
Do you see what I see?
See? I can't see anything.
Over there.
The kid!
It is Kid Swifty. He made it. We're in this race after all.
That's my boy! Yes, sir! Yahoo! My boy! We'll win it after all!
Win it. If I have my way, that kid won't even finish the race.
Kid Swifty is piloting the Teamwork rocket. I thought you made sure we were rid of him.
Of course I got rid of him, boss. That must be his double.
Can I trust you to do anything?
I tell you, I saw him go over the cliff.
Don't lie to me.
No need to get rough. I've arranged to take care of him during the race.
All craft in position. Field is clear. Ready for blastoff. 20 seconds and counting.
This is it. I must make good.
I'll win any way I can.
Eighth man will be watching, son.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! And they're off and rocketing!
I have the feeling that eighth man will be busy before this race is over.
Are you tuned into my frequency, kid? Take my advice and turn around now. While you still can. You can't win. And I'm telling you to stay in the race and learn what honest hard work can do.
You'll be getting a lesson, boy. Honest hard work won't stand a chance against a tough, smart, unscrupulous pilot like me.
We'll see about that. Here I go, Rocky. Mach 14 and higher.
A-OK, and we pull away. Goodbye, Rocky. See you later at the finish. Well, Rocky, are you convinced?
Look at that. Swifty's pulling ahead. We're not even in the picture. That double-crosser Rocky double-crossed me, too. He's not as good a pilot as that kid.
They've got a long way to go, boss, and I've still got a few tricks left. Watch the fun begin just about now. I've got to remember to tell Technic what a wonderful machine he built. Rocky's so far behind he isn't even on my radar. Hey, wait a minute. That blip, it's not one of the racing rockets. And it's closing in fast. What is that? Well, that this'll seem to be short, but I'm losing speed. I can't understand what happened.
Hey, kid Swifty, I'm passing you by. What's the matter? You busy catching up on your studies, sonny?
Suspecting the possibility of foul play by the grasping outfit, I was in the air with a Model 3 rocket ready to stop any trickery. Now to get this thing loose.
It's eighth man again, and the rocket seems to be free of that dragging force. Thanks, eighth man.
Here comes that rocket bandit again. What will he pull now?
Try these twin missiles.
I can't get both. Have to put my brain radio on the kid's frequency. You can pull out of a dive faster than that missile, kid, so dive. Good boy. He understood me. Now for this nuisance. Back where you came from.
Eighth man, if you're still on my frequency, I'm following instructions.
I hear you, son, and I'm standing by.
the finish line, it's, let's see, the teamwork S-17 Kid Swifty, the pilot. The official winner is Teamwork S-17, piloted by Kid Swifty in his first race. His time is a new world's record. The hero of the racing rocket.
The real hero is Eighth Man.
Attention! Mr. Grasping and his associates have been arrested by Chief Fumblethumbs for criminal interference with the race.
I sure am glad Eighth Man got me here in time to nab them. Congratulations, kid. You did a really fine job.
I owe it all to Eighth Man.
By the way, where were you when all the excitement was going on, Mr. Telbor? I didn't see you around.
I was watching all the time.
Watching, eh? Well, anyway, it worked out okay.
Eighth Man was watching too, and I owe him my life.
I walked quietly away. There was nothing I needed to say. That young man, in expressing his gratitude, had at the same time clearly outlined my continuing responsibility.